This video is sponsored by Surfshark VPN.
Vikings gave you spam mail, Tumblr is nothing but horse doo-doo, and somehow this turned into this. Hey you, my name is TomSka Ridgewell, and this is a video about words. Don't you dare click off. Don't you dare. I think we can all agree that videos are more interesting when the person making them is actually interested in the thing they're making the video about. And you know what? I'm interested in etymology, the origin of words, and I swear to God, if you click off this video, I'll find you. I will find you and hurt you in ways you didn't know possible. This is gonna be interesting, I promise. I have scoured the internet for internet words that we all know and use that came from places I really didn't expect, and I want to impart that knowledge upon you so you can also be an annoying, trivia-spewing goblin. You're gonna be hanging out with your friends, and they're all gonna be like, oh man, I wonder where the word meme came from, and you'll be like, I know where the word meme came from, and then they won't want to hang out with you anymore, and then you'll be alone, and you'll make YouTube videos. Oh. One thing I'm gonna say before I start this video, though, is that I'm not TomSka, I'm not Jay Foreman, I'm not Third Name. While I have done my research and looked into things, I'm not that much of an academic, nor do I have that much integrity, so there is a decent chance some of these facts aren't entirely accurate. And if you feel like pointing any of that out, don't. Let's start you off somewhere simple. Spam. Spam emails. Spamming something. The act of just spewing gibberish, unwanted noise. Where does it come from? What do you think? Answer me. What's that? The meat product created in 1937? Wrong. Die! The journey really kicks off in 1970 with a Monty Python sketch wherein someone is trying to order food from a cafe, but all of the meals on the menu contain spam, and they don't want spam. And you might be thinking, okay, so it's like a thing people don't want, like junk mail? That's not it. That is in no way it. It's because in the sketch there are some Vikings that just start singing the word spam. Spam, 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 spam. We then jump ahead to the 80s and 90s on the earliest internet chat rooms. Internet chat rooms, if you're younger than old, are basically the places where people would congregate and chat on the internet before social media, before Discord, when you actually had to find your little freaky group of goblins and form some sense of a community. And it became a bit of a meme, one of, if not the earliest internet memes, to just fill the chat with the word spam. In the spirit of the Monty Python sketch, just absolutely dump that word in there until nothing else was visible. Just straight up break the damn chat room. And now you get spam mail. You spam things. Words and shit.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Whoa! Wow! Oh man, all my favorite internet websites have been blocked. What am I gonna do now?
Hey kid!
Surfy the Shark?
Do you want to ride the waves of cyberspace?
I sure do!
Then come on in!
Yeah!
If you want to experience everything the internet has to offer, then you'll need Surfshark VPN. Access websites and content that aren't available where you live by switching your virtual location to any of the 65 countries Surfshark offers. And Surfshark can keep your connection secure from hackers and malware. Hiya! What now? Even on public Wi-Fi. So click the link in the description and sign up to Surfshark today. Use code TomSkaFriends for 83% off your connection and 3 months extra for free. Cool, right? Radical! See ya, kid!
Here's a light one. The word meme. We use it every day. We all strive to make them, but where does it come from? Well, memetics and the study of them has been a thing in science for a long old time, over 100 years. Basically, Greek word mimimim. I don't know how to pronounce it, but basically it just means things that are imitated. But it wasn't until 1976 when evolutionary biologist Richard Dawkins said, that word's long, I don't know how to say it either, I'm gonna make it short. Like the word gene. Deal with it. And now we have the word meme. And it basically just means something that is imitated within culture when people do a thing a lot. A meme! And Richard Dawkins is a meme. He made the meme and became the meme. I don't want to look up anything else about him. I feel like he might be mean. Meme. Alright, we've done memes, now let's do weebs. What the fuck is a weeb? I've got Japanese on my shirt. I'm a weeb. You've watched a Japanese anime. You're a fucking weeb. What does it mean? Where does it come from? I'm gonna tell you, because that's what this video is. So the word weeb is basically used to describe anyone who's into Japanese culture, Japanese media, at pretty much at any degree, from, you know, obsessive otaku levels down to just, I've watched an anime once. It's a word that gets thrown around a lot. What you may know already is that it is a shortened version of the word weeaboo, but that doesn't help us get anywhere. So where does the word weeaboo come from? Well, don't worry, I'm going to clear it all up right now by showing you its origin in this 2005 Perry Bible Fellowship comic. If we waste any more time on weeaboo, we'll be bankrupt by the end of the month. Did someone say weeaboo? Because I think I just heard someone say weeaboo.
Weeaboo. Weeaboo.
Didn't that clear everything up? It didn't. What do you fucking want from me? Okay, so you're probably thinking, all right, the comic used the word weeaboo, but what inspired the comic? What comes before the comic? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. That is the beginning of the word weeaboo. Fuck. However, in the 18th century, yes, we are going back to the 18th century, the term Japanophile becomes a thing. Someone who is like well into Japan and shit, because they found it. They're like, hey, what's that over there? Oh, Japan? Big fan of that. I'm a Japan. So the term Japanophile exists within culture for a couple of hundred years, bringing us to the turn of the millennium, when suddenly kids start saying Wapanese, which could mean wannabe Japanese or white Japanese. A weeb, if you will, but not yet. We are not there yet. So around 2004, 2005, on the 4chan message boards, 4chan, by the way, if you don't know what it is, keep it that way. You live in such blissful ignorance, and I am truly jealous of you. But on these boards, the term Wapanese and being called Wapanese is so common, so widespread, so annoying to its user base that the mods decide, all right, we gotta do away with this word. So finally, along comes this Perry Bible Fellowship comic featuring the word weeaboo, and they go, you know what'll be fucking funny? Let's just make it so that every time someone says Wapanese, it just autocorrects to the word weeaboo for just no reason. And you know what? It worked perfectly, because people were just so annoyed that they stopped saying Wapanese or weeaboo, and it died out completely. Just kidding. Obviously that didn't happen. People just adopted the word weeaboo, shifted its meaning, bada bing, bada boom, you got weebs. Words. Weebs! What's an easy one? Cookies. You go on a website, it says like, do you accept cookies? Do you? I do. I fucking love cookies. What do you visualize when you think of a cookie? You probably think of a chocolate chip cookie, because let's be honest, they're the best cookies, but that's not where the word comes from. It comes from fortune cookie, because a fortune cookie is a little packet which has information inside, and that's what the cookie on the internet is. It's like a little packet with a little bit of data inside, and then the fortune cookie, that's where it comes from, not chocolate chip cookie. So fix your visualization. I feel like I made the world a worse place. Dashboards. Most sites, most apps we know have a dashboard. Basically, the first thing that pops up with information in front of you, it's called a dashboard. So like, you know, like on Tumblr, the front page of Tumblr is called a dashboard. It's a dashboard. Cars have dashboards, but where it displays the information. Is that the origin of the term? No, you fucking idiot. Why would I be talking about it if that were the origin of the term? The term is far more interesting than that. So we go back way into the past to horse and cart. You know what happened when you got a little cart and you got a little horse walking in front of you? Horse be kicking up poopy. Kicks up mud, kicks up the poop from itself or from other horses. It dashes. When it dashes, it flicks things into you. Poopy in your face. So you know what they eventually put between them and the poopy that the horse was kicking up? A board. A board that protected them from the things that were flicked up as the horse dashed. A dashboard. There you go. That's a word. Now you know where that's from. And while once upon a time a dashboard existed to protect us from the shit being thrown at our face, now it does the exact opposite. The dashboard throws the shit directly at your face. It's come full circle, baby. Trolling. To troll. A troll. Where does this term come from? Elliot, go.
The monster.
Wrong! You moron! You think it's based on the fantasy creature with the troll? He got a little club and he ugly? You think that the act of trolling is based off of fucking fantasy, a little cretin? You really think that? You stupid fuck? It's a fishing term. It's when you throw out a line with a bait on it and you reel it in slowly, you troll the water, you're trolling, you're looking to get a bite. You're looking to get a little fish come up and have a little nibble. That's where it comes from. You're trolling, you're throwing out bait, and you're trying to get a reaction. You're trying to get someone to take a bite. That's where, we stupid! We see people stanning things all the time. You go on Twitter, someone's like, aha, Stan Luna, I think, I don't know, fucking career boost. Where does that come from? Stalker fan. Wrong! Fake out. This one doesn't have an interesting story. It just comes from the song Stan by Eminem, where he gets stalked by a fan called Stan. Why is he called Stan? Probably just because it rhymes with fan. That's it. How best to show this next word? Okay, I'm going to show you a video of some really cute kittens. Haha, I got you. I didn't show you kittens. I showed you Rick Astley's song, Never Gonna Give You Up. You just got Rickrolled, bitch. We've all been Rickrolled. You click a link and you think you're gonna get one thing, but you don't. You get Rick Astley. Where does the term come from? Is it like you roll the dice and you think you're gonna get one thing, but you get Rick Astley? Like a crit fail in D&D? Is that where it comes from? A Rickroll? No. No, it isn't. Get a fucking grip. But don't worry, I'm gonna explain it all to you. Because you see, to get the term Rickroll, you start with egg. There you go. What more do you want? It's egg Rickroll. So to explain this, we have to once again go all the way back to 4chan. I'm so sorry for bringing you here. Now, while I guess I can understand the reasoning from changing Wapanese to weeaboo to cut down on a word that was annoying the user base, this one not so much. So basically, in 2006, the moderator of 4chan, Moot, decided that whenever anyone typed the word egg, it would just say the word duck. If you're gonna do that joke, I'd say be like chicken, because you type in like the word egg and you get chicken, like which came first, chicken or egg. That would have made sense. No, not 4chan. So if someone were to type egg roll, they would accidentally type the word duck roll. And then it became a fairly common practical joke to post a link to something, and when someone clicked that link, they would be rewarded with not what they thought they were getting, but with duck roll. Hey, you want to see some funny kittens? Fuck you, duck roll. You see where this is going. And then in 2007, one user posted what they promised was a link to the Grand Theft Auto 4 trailer, and instead, when people clicked on it, they were rewarded with, you guessed it, duck roll. Wrong, Rick roll. It's Rick Astley time. That's it. That's where it came from. It was a variant on duck roll, which came from egg roll, which came from egg. Egg Rick Astley. I told you it made sense. All right, here's a fun one, an uncomplicated one, an almost feel-good story. Computer bug. Your computer's not working very well, you can say it's got a bug. Your video game is glitching, you say it's buggy. Where does that come from? What if I told you that in 1946, one of the computering pioneers, Grace Hopper, was tinkering with an early computer and it stopped working, and they were like, why is it not working? She cracked the damn thing open. What did she find inside? A moth, a bug. And they're like, hey, whenever computer break, we're gonna say it's got a computer bug named after this moth. What a wonderful story! What an uncomplicated, just little piece of joy that just brings me, oh, hold on, my phone is ringing.
Hey Tom, sorry, my spider sense for when someone was about to say something completely wrong about computers and languages at the same time went off. Grace Hopper did not invent the word bug, she just found an actual bug. She already knew the word, it went back ages, she was just making a joke. Like, you can go see the actual bug, it's in the Smithsonian.
Shut up! Shut up, TomSka, you big fucking nerd! I hate you! I hate you so much, I hope you crash!
Yeah, no worries, I hate myself too.
I'm sorry I lied to you. I just wanted to share a story that was cute. Uncomplicated. It wasn't hurting anyone. It's a nice, endearing story. So what if the term bug has been around for a really long time? It was nice. It was fun and pure. All right, let's talk about the word that inspired me to make this video, because the journey this word took to get to where it is now is weird. It's just weird and ridiculous, and it takes so many steps. And that word is Poggers. What is the word Poggers? How do you have a word that just expresses a face, an emotion, and how does it get there from a pile of assembled fruits? How's that happen? Let's jump back in time 100 or so years ago, and pop over to Hawaii, where this story, for some reason, begins, shrouded in somewhat of a mystery. You got milk, right? You know milk. It's a yummy, and you take a milk cap, and you stack it with other milk caps, and then you throw a milk cap at it to knock the milk caps over. We've all done it. We haven't? Because that sounds fucking stupid. Well, apparently that's what people were doing 100 or so years ago in Hawaii. We'll skip 50 years and move to 1971 in Hawaii, where Mary Soon takes a passion fruit, an orange, and a guava, blends them all together, and makes a new drink, and calls it passion fruit orange guava, which isn't very catchy, so the name is immediately shortened to Pog. It's juice that makes you
go, yummy, yummy.
So inside the lids of these Pog things are little caps, little milk caps with Pog written on them and little colors, and it becomes kind of a thing to just collect them, and people are playing the little milk cap game where they throw it down, and that becomes just a huge fad in the 90s.
Pogs.
I'll be honest with you, I do not understand the appeal. I've tried it. I'm very bad at this game.
This is where I make history.
History of being shit.
So now we jump to the year 2010, when a streamer by the name of Ryan makes some silly faces. It has nothing to do with Pogs. Absolutely nothing. He just makes silly face. I do that all the time. The next year, however, that same streamer appears in a video titled Pog Championship, wherein he plays Pogs. Unrelated, ultimately, but still, same guy, did silly face, appears in a video called Pog Championship. These things get fused together and you get an emote called PogChamp. And this is an emote that people will just sometimes use because it's a little funny face. The emote is called PogChamp. That's it, right? Is that the whole story? Not really. In 2016, the game Overwatch comes out and features something called Play of the Game, which a lot of users shorten to Pog. This association leads to an explosion in the use of the PogChamp emote. Over the course of a few years, people just start saying the word Pog to evoke the emotive expressiveness of this emote. They don't even need to use it. They can just say Pog. A thing can be Pog. And around 2019, the term escapes its little world of Twitch onto the broader internet, evoking, once again, whatever just emotion this is supposed to convey. And as words tend to do, it grows and evolves. It becomes an adjective or a noun and a verb. Things are Pog. Things can be Pog. Things can be Poggers. And then, in a twist of events that happens, because of course it fucking does, this guy starts saying a bunch of stuff about this thing, and Twitch goes, actually, you know what? Fuck you and fuck this. And they just remove the emote. The face is gone, and after a brief period of turbulence is replaced with this guy. Sure, why not? Just why not? So what starts with a bunch of children throwing milk caps on the ground 100 years ago, and someone blending some fruits together 50 years ago, somehow ends up with a fucking Komodo dragon and a word that basically means exciting. Or once again, whatever emotion this is supposed to be. Are words great? Don't you just love words? I genuinely love words. This shit is gibberish. Everything coming out of my mouth is gibberish. What the fuck does what gibberish mean? I like etymology, okay? I hope that, you know, I was joking at the start of this video about this being quite a dense and potentially boring thing, but I hope genuinely you found it kind of interesting, because words are fun and silly. And once again, I probably got a bunch of things wrong in this video. Please don't correct me, because like TomSka, you might get into a car accident.
Hey you, thank you for the money. 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 Hey you, thank you for the money.
Thank you, patrons. We appreciate it. Thank you. Bye.